Transfer task in ICT 9.
What is a computer system? Computer system is a set of integrated devices that input, output, process, and store data and information.
Let's give some examples.
Monitor displays information on the screen. Keyboard used to type instructions on the computer. Mouse, a pointing device used for selecting on screen. Speaker, used to produce audio output. Printer, produces printed copies of computer output. System unit, contains the CPU, memory, power supply, disk drives, and all other hardware. Microphone, the microphone captures the audio by converting sound waves into an electrical signal. Floppy disk drives, reads form and writes to floppy disk. Hard drives, used to store programs and most data. Floppy disk, used for storing small amounts of data for backup or to transport. Now, what is a system unit? System unit is also called as a tower or chassis. It is the main part of a desktop computer. The system unit also includes the case that houses the internal components of the computer.
What are the components of the system unit?
Motherboard, CPU or processor, random access memory, RAM, hard disk or hard drive, computer fan, CD-ROM, DVD-ROM drives, power supply unit, and floppy disk drive. And now, let's proceed to their functions. First is the motherboard. The motherboard serves as a single platform to connect all of the parts of computer together. Central Processing Unit or CPU is a piece of hardware that carries out the instructions of a computer program. Random access memory is a form of fast access, volatile storage that is used as the main memory in computer system. Hard disk is an electromechanical data storage device that uses magnetic storage to store and retrieve digital data. Computer fan, any fan inside or attached to a computer case used for active cooling. Optical drive allows you to use CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray discs to listen to your music or watch movie. Power supply unit converts main AC to low voltage regulated DC power for the internal components of a computer. Floppy drive is a hardware device that reads data storage and information. Now, let's proceed to the installing of computer system. Step 1. Remove side panels on case. Step 2. Insert motherboard. Step 3. Check clearances. Step 4. Front panel connections. Step 5. Install power supply. Step 6. Power motherboard. Step 7. Installing optical drive. Step 8. Installing the hard drives. Step 9. Connect cables. Step 10. Install RAM. Step 11. Install graphic cards and expansion cards. Step 12. Cable management. And step 13. Final product. And now, let's proceed to networks starting with personal area network. The smallest and most basic type of network. A PAN is made up of wireless modem, a computer or two, phones, printers, tablet, and etc. And revolves around one person in one building. This type of networks are typically found in offices or residences, and are managed by one person or organization from a single device. Local area network. We're confident that you've heard of this type of networks before. LANs are the most frequently discussed networks, one of the most common, one of the most original, and one of the simplest type of network. LANs connect groups of computers and low-voltage devices together across short distances, within a building or between a group of 2 or 3 buildings in close proximity each other, to share information and resources. Wireless local area network are managed by one person or organization from a single device, functioning like a LAN. LANs make use of wireless network technologies such as Wi-Fi, typically seen in the same types of applications as LANs. This type of networks don't require that devices rely on physical cables to connect to the network. Campus area network. Larger than LANs but smaller than the metropolitan area networks. This type of networks are typically seen in universities, large K-12 school districts, or small businesses. They can be spread across several buildings that are fairly close to each other so users can share resources. Metropolitan area network. This type of networks are larger than WANs but smaller than WANs, and incorporate elements from both types of networks. MANs span an entire geographic area, typically town or city, but sometimes a campus. Ownership and maintenance is handled by either a single person or company, a local council, or a large company. Wide area network. Slightly more complex than a LAN. A WAN connects computers together across longer physical distances. This allows computer and low-voltage devices to be remotely connected to each other with over one large network to communicate even when they're miles apart. The Internet is the most basic example of a WAN, connecting all computers together around the world. Because of a WAN's vast reach, it is typically owned and maintained by multiple administrators or the public. Storage area network. As a dedicated high-speed network that connects shared pools of storage devices to several servers, these types of networks don't rely on a LAN or WAN. Instead, they move storage resources away from the network and paste them into their own high-performance network. SANs can be accessed in the same fashion as a drive attached to a server. Types of storage area networks include converged, virtual, and undefined SAN. System area network. This term is fairly new within the past 2 decades. It is used to explain a relatively local network that is designed to provide high-speed connection in server-to-server applications, cluster environments. Storage area network called SANs as well, and processor-to-processor applications. The computers connected to a SAN operate as a single system at very high speeds. Passive optical local area network. As an alternative to traditional switch-based Ethernet LANs, POLAN technology can be integrated into structured cabling to overcome concerns about supporting traditional Ethernet protocols and network applications such as Power over Ethernet. Enterprise private network. This type of networks are built and owned by businesses, that they want to securely connect its various locations to share computer resources. Virtual Private Network. By extending a private network across the internet, a VPN lets its users send and receive data as if their devices were connected to a private network, even if they're not. Through a virtual point-to-point connection, users can access a private network remotely.
That's all. Thank you for listening.